Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and the live coverage of the Digital Sim Racing League, Timber Creek, homes of Southwest Florida Stock Car Series, presented by BeefOBrady's. 27 heavy metal heroes in attendance tonight. The equivalent of the new O'Reilly Auto Parts series for NASCAR. Tricky little track tonight. Hello, Bill. Hello, Miss Jennifer. Good to see you guys in our chat. Tricky little track, 0.8 of a mile, 0.88 miles to be exact. Some patches in the corners, new asphalt in the corners. The old configuration, the track was getting pretty wore out, so they put some new asphalt down in the corners. Track is a little bumpy. You'll watch some guys. When they get down to going into turn one, the car will bounce around a little bit over the tunnel, and right at the entry where that transition from old to new pavement, there's a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a ramp, but it sure feels like it down there getting into one. 3 and 4 is a lot smoother than 1 and 2. We're going to see some comers and goers in this thing. These guys only get the set of tires they qualify on and 2 more sets after that. They got to go 100 laps. Fuel will last them a little ways. The thing is, the tires, especially the right side tires, will wear out relatively quick, about 35 laps, and these guys are going to be wanting to get tires. So while you do have to manage, you can be patiently aggressive, is I guess the best way to put it. And we'll see what kind of strategies we go. This series has had little to no yellow flag action. We've had only about 1 caution per night. We'll see if that changes a little here. It's going to be different. These guys have really got to be on their P's and Q's here because you're carrying a lot of speed getting down in these corners. You got to get the car kind of under control, bring it down to that white line, and then exit as quick as you can. Try to make the straightaway super long so you can set up passes. Some new faces tonight. This guy right here in that 12 car, Mr. Ross Cato, and have not been. Ross hasn't raced with a series that I've been involved with in a number of years. The last one was IWCR, and that was a long, long time ago. But he came out to our practice race for the Auto Club race earlier this year and figured out how to win it. And so we've been trying to get him to come to the series, and it looks like he is now going to run at least at a part-time schedule. So another guy that we know is back in the fold. He's not on the track right now, but Galen Gidman is out there in the 94. Garrett Boyd ran that car for the first 2 weeks, and he put it on the podium last week at Las Vegas. So he left Galen Gidman some big shoes to fill, and we'll see what Galen can do with it. Let's see what we have for time here, folks. I can't imagine. Yeah, we got about 2 minutes. So they're probably getting called in to start the drivers' meeting before we do qualifying. All 27 drivers took time in the 20-minute practice session. All 27 drivers will start. The top 5 in the points, which I will have handy here momentarily. I had it earlier today, and I dumped it just to be silly. Casey Graves, Nick Cooper, Garrett Boyd, Seth Wansing, and Adam Vinny. And I'll tell you a driver I did not see log into this server tonight, and that was the 5 car of Seth Wansing. So we'll see Casey Graves go to the very back, Nick Cooper right in front of him, Garrett Boyd right in front of that. If Wansing was here, he'd be in front of Boyd and Adam Vinny, and I don't see the 64 car as well. Whoa, wow. 2 of our top 5 in points not in the server tonight. So we're only going to see 3 drivers go to the back. As I said before, these guys have done a great job every week. Racing's been fantastic. We see a lot of different guys make their way to the front on different strategies. Let's see, the 48 car of Michael Larch won the season opener. And then last week, I say Casey Graves won last week. Am I wrong about that? Nope, he did not. It was actually Seth won. Oh, that's right. Seth got Casey late in the race on fuel strategy and tires. He was able to hold him off for about 5 laps at the very end of it. Yeah. But another awesome race. They had a caution about lap 12, just like they did at Auto Club, and then it went green from there. So we'll see what happens. Practice session will wind down, which is happening right now, and then it's going to be time for qualifying. We will try to follow as many guys as we can. It's only 23 and change seconds to get around the track. So if we watch a lap from somebody, we're going to have to watch a lap from somebody else real quickly. See who picks up the bonus points in the top 5 in qualifying. There goes the 94 car, Galen Gidman. Rolling onto the Speedway. Coming to fill his seat that's been filled the first 2 weeks by another driver who did very well with the car. A little bit of bad luck at Auto Club put him in a rough finishing spot, but he rebounded and did a good job the second week of getting it on the podium. So, title sponsor for the series. His first lap, 23:53. Garrett Boyd right behind him. Austin Damore, quick time right now with a 23:41, nearly a 42. Dean Gagliano quick. Kobe Stidham. Let's see what Stidham does. Larry Moody, fourth quick. Galen Gidman, 23:249. That is cooking it around here. Jeff Werdeman, 23:35 for the 81 car. No change at the top. Damore still third. Gagliano. Moody moved to sixth quick overall. Stidham's first lap, good enough for 11th. Shane Yost on the Speedway, trying to put his first lap in the book. Jeff Werdeman, still second. Damore, Steele, and Gagliano. Yost first lap, 16th quick. Austin Semmelman now moves to fourth quick, 23:44. Qualifying for the 118 car. Michael Larch rolling out. We will definitely watch Michael. Lap 2 for Shane Yost. Moves him to fourth quick. 23:40. Just edged out Austin Semmelman. About a half a tenth. Or a half a about 500ths. Here comes Lark Thomas Brander, OT Brand. On the track. He's just rolling off pit road just now. So, ooh, little wiggle out of that 48 car. Whew. He looked super loose right there on the exit of turn 2. He may throw that lap away, try to get a good run here, let the tires come up to temperature, and put a good lap down on lap number 2. Man, that 48 car just looks really loose right now. First lap was 14th quick. He's sideways up the backstretch. I do not think this is going to be a good lap for him. Let's go see what T-Brand does. This our presenting sponsor's car. T-Brand, one lap in it, and he's going to shut her down 10th quick. 23:74. Michael Larch bumps him down at 23:68 to go 8th quick. Ossendorf, Szynski, Schaff, Cooper, Gaines, Graves, Fall, and Forstner are not taking time, it looks like. And hello, Jane Vinny. Welcome to the chat, young lady. Good to see all my regular peeps in the chat. Does people even say that anymore? I don't even know. I'm so out of touch with pop culture. I have no idea. And I probably wouldn't want to know, so you probably don't have to share with me. I mean, some of the things I hear people saying these days, I'm baffled. So you can get by with that. So about 8 drivers looking to start at the back. We're still going to move Graves, Cooper, and Boyd to the last 3 spots regardless. So we'll see what the guys come up with. Oh, we have a member and saying they weren't going to make it tonight, which I'm glad that they reach out. It's really appreciated that everybody stays in contact, lets us know that they appreciate being here. And when they can't, they want us to know out front that they can't be here. So this series will be off next week as well. The truck series will be off. This series will be off. We already have Wednesday nights off. So off next week. This is the last show for about 10, 11 days here. But let's get ready to get down here and look at our starting lineup. Yeah, we like the other one better. The 94 of Galen Gidman breaks in his first night in the series and goes quick time. He'll start on the pole with Jeff Werdeman, the 81, next to him. Austin DeMore in the 7, Shane Yost in the 99 make up row 2. Then Austin Semmelman in the 118 and Brandon Steele, the 105. They're the third row. Your fourth row is Dean Gagliano, the 38. Michael Larch, teammates there in that row. Row 5, Jacob Schmutz in the 1. Ross Cato, rookie debut here in the series in the 12. They're in row 5 together. Then 24 of Thomas Brander. Josh Whiteman in the 5 in our 6th row. Row 7 is the 88 of Doyle Lawrence, the 73 of Larry Moody. Matt Westfall, Flying Buckeye. Row number 8 to the inside, and he's got the 21 of Garrett Boyd on his outside. Kobe Stidham, two-time winner and points leader in the Truck Series. Inside of row number 9, next to the T-Town Terror, Scotty Thomason in the 8. Keith Steele, the 67, and Nick Cooper, Mr. Start at the back. The 35 make up row 10. Casey Graves in the 01 and Richie Gaines in the 11 in our 11th row. Your 12th row is the 69 of Mike Forshner and the 20 of Alex Shazinski. And then Tom Ossendorf in the 32, John Fall the 18, or the 8 car, make up a row number 13. And your 14th and final row will be the, I don't know what car he's in tonight. I think he's in the 48. It says 3, but I think he's in the 48. That's Jace Schaff. And it is the 48 car. You'll see 3 cars drop to the back. Casey Graves pulling over there on pit road. We will also see the 35 of Nick Cooper and Garrett Boyd in the 21. Moving to the back. Graves and Cooper back there. Everybody else is getting up close. All right, around and around they go. Next time we come out of turn 4, it'll be time to go racing. Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida. Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBrady's. Round number 3. As I was saying a little bit ago, we're off next week. We'll be back starting on the 16th, Monday and Tuesday. I think the Wednesday night truck series does not come back until the 20. I'm going to lie. 25th. I think it's the 25th of February. And that was probably a lie. My apologies out front. All right, here we go. It is time to fire things off 100 times around. 8/10 of a mile. Nearly 9/10 of a mile. Gidman and Werdeman about to get us started. Green flags in the air. We're underway. Through 1 and 2. Side by side. Almost 3 wide in a couple of spots. About mid-pack. Gidman to the point. DeMore. Right behind him, Jeff Werdeman. Hanging tough right in there in the 3rd spot. They're side by side for 4th and 5th. Yost and Semmelman. And Yost off the high side has the run. He'll take the spot. Brandon Steele in that 40 car behind the Traveler Whiskey Machine. He'll say 105 on the scoring pile. And they're side by side. Larch, Gagliano, Cato, Schmutz. That looks like Brandner and Whiteman back there. Doyle Lawrence got in a side-by-side, had to roll off. Almost got in the back of the 11. There's a little contact between he and Larry Moody. Moody having a fun time trying to gather up the 73. He's going to take it easy getting into 3 and 4. down on the apron. He'll make it back onto the racetrack. He'll just be careful right here. Get the car back underneath him. Austin DeMore going to go for the lead down in 1 and 2. And he's ahead by a car length heading into 3 and 4. Will Gidman do anything on the high side? No, he elects to cut behind. Now he'll try to cross over and drive right back underneath him. Little loose right there for the 94, and DeMore leads. Lap number 4. These tires don't come up to temperature till about right here. And now the car will start to stabilize just a little bit, build a little air pressure, build a little heat. And these guys will be able to figure out where they can and cannot race. Let's go check on some more drivers. Garrett Boyd is moving his way forward through the field. One of the drivers had to start at the back. He's up to 18th. He started about 26th. Nick Cooper, Casey Graves. There's Kobe Stidham as well. These guys back here just hanging out, waiting for this thing to come to them. I saw in the practice session that the True Speed guys were already saving fuel at the very beginning of the race. They were clutching through the corners. And it seemed to be something they were very comfortable doing. So Mike Forstner and 19th, and Tom Ostendorf is right there. He's side by side with Jay Schaff. 8 laps in. Everybody really kind of minding their P's and Q's right here as Westfall and Boyd go side by side in front. Boyd with a good run off the exit of the corner. He'll move up to 15th. Alex Szynski is a little ways in front of that in the 20. And then we're back into the drivers we talked about a little bit ago. Everybody kind of getting single file up here. That was the one car. Jacob Schmutz got a little bit out of shape getting into 1. He's going to allow Richie Gaines to pull alongside in the 11. Oh, and then into Dean Gagliano. Good save. Good driving by all those guys. Man, Dean Gagliano was right door reading the number up here in the tower through 3 and 4, and he did a great job of hanging on to that machine. He'll settle into 11th. Let's get a little closer to the front. There's Semmelman in 5th, Werdeman in 4th. Yost got around Werdeman while we were at the back of the pack. Gidman is still 2nd, and DeMore is up to the front. Adam Vinny, I'm mildly disappointed that you're in my chat and not in my race server. And maybe I'm a little annoyed. I don't know yet. I'll get back to you. There goes Austin DeMore. Took over about lap 2. End of lap 2. Been out front for about 8-9 laps now. It's out to about half a second. There's Ross Cato. Richie Gaines going around Thomas Brenner, now working up alongside Austin Semmelman. Semmelman and Gaines have spent plenty of time side by side in the dirt. Gaines gets the advantage through 3 into 4, and he'll come out 7th place when they get to the line. '81 started on the front row, has fallen back a little bit now. He runs in 4th. But I feel like he might be in tire conservation mode here, trying to save a little bit of those skins. Let's go check on our to-the-back drivers. Nick Cooper still riding around here at about 21st. He's got his teammate Kobe Stidham right in front. Let's go on board. You can hear that engine nearly goes completely silent, saving fuel the entire run. all the way around the racetrack in the corners. Just saving. Michael Larch in the 5th spot. Got to 5th and has not really tried to make any headway here. I think he's in let's get through the first pit stop mode right now. Got the 48 car rolling pretty good. Had a terrible luck last week at Las Vegas. Car got loose in front of him around the 4th or 5th lap. Went up the hill, came down the hill, and whacked him in the right-hand door, sent him across the infield, tore up the front of the car. And after winning at Auto Club, he did not have a fun time in round 2 at Las Vegas. Looking to rebound here in round number 3. Fifth in the points, and you gave it all away. That's sad. Richie Gaines made his way to 6th place and now has kind of equaled out a little bit. He's got Brandon Steele and Thomas Brander right behind that. Semmelman's starting to fade back in the 118 car a little bit. Was running in the top 5, 6. Now he's back to 9th. Gagliano right in front of Cato. Shazinski behind that. It's starting to stack up behind because Boyd got around the 2 cars in front of him. And now Jay Schaff, here comes Casey Graves. Graves is up to 15th. Then Schmutz working around John Fall. Fall is in that unsponsored number 18 car. Whiteman, Ossendorf. Stidham's behind that. Forstner and Cooper behind that. Larry Moody, who you saw have a little contact and the car got way out from under him. Went back to about 25th, 26th, and now he's 22nd. Then Keith Steele. Matt Westphal. Scotty T, who is in traffic now. He's getting lapped by the leaders. Now it's all the way back to about 5th and 6th. Just lacks, and if I'm correct, can you just say yes? Is this Jersey? When I talked to Mike earlier today, he said he thought that might be who it was. Because big shout out, thanks for putting us up on the big screen there at the bar, man. We appreciate it a lot. There's a move. Michael Larch around Jeff Werdeman. That'll put Larch in 4th, and Larch is starting to close in on Yost. We're halfway through what I consider the fuel run. I think the fuel run is about 40 to 45 laps. I think tires are good for about 30 to 35 laps, as Galen Gidman now is going to go make a move for the lead, take it back from Damore. Ha ha ha! Woo! Thank you, Mike Forstner, for outing that dude. But not in the bad way. Matt Westphal about to become a lap car. He'll stay down low on the front stretch. Gidman and Damore will go right by. Larch slowly closing in. He's easing away from the 81 of Werdeman. Richie Gaines is starting to close in on this pack. He's going to deal with Matt Westphal here. He's trying to do the crossover, and he's going to get it done. You give up some track position in relation to the 81 car in front of him, but a methodical move to get around the 54 right there. Brandon Steele, Thomas Brander, 8th. Austin Semmelman and Alex Shazinski are your top 10 right now. Gagliano, after a great save a little while ago, hanging tough in 11th. He's right in front of Cato and Schaff. Garrett Boyd moving up the racetrack now, running in the middle in 3 and 4. We'll see what he does down here in 1 and 2. He doesn't like to be a conformist. He likes to do what he likes to do. And if that means going and running up a little higher on the racetrack, caution for the first time. I am going to, oh boy. I'm going to go with what I saw. They keep moving. Here we go. Let's see if this car is part of this. That's Cato behind Gagliano right there. Oh, no, it is not. Oh, boy. All right, let's see what happens here. Lap car went down the inside. A car went to go to the outside. And a tough break for driver 24, Thomas Brander. Red lights are still on for pit road, but everybody's coming in. We're watching. Everybody diving off. Looks like we may get in and out pretty good here. Yost looks like he is going to hold the lead. And out first, DeMoore, then Alarch, Werdeman, Brandon Steele, Gaines, Semmelman, Shazinski, Cato, 9th, Schaff, 10th. Gidman just now rolling out, and not sure what he could have been held for, but he got held in the 18th. But the 99 of Shane Yost now will assume the lead. Try to get good, quick, jackrabbit type starts. And I think he feels a little safer on the outside. Maybe around that middle, that first set of corners down there, because the bouncing and the cold tires, it can make for a handful on these restarts. So we had a great start at the beginning. We're going to restart here on about lap 31. We're nearly a third of the way through this thing already. And a great start. Oh, Austin DeMoore looked like he missed a shift or was in the wrong gear or something. Man, did he not get a good start. He's going to recover down in turns 1 and 2. Michael Larch firing off pretty good. He's going to try to take third from Werdeman down here in 3 and 4. Richie Gaines is going to try to take fourth and put Werdeman back a little further already. Ross Cato sideways. Coming out of 4, big wiggle. And that's actually Brandon Steele. That's not Ross Cato. That's Brandon Steele. I'm sorry. That's the 40 car, not the 12. Look who's in the top 10. There you go again. There's the 01 car up here. Oh, and there's a wiggle. And a whole lot of evasive maneuvers. Jay Schaff. Out of shape now up the hill. A lot of cars going to try to go by. Here comes Boyd. He's going to be 3 wide. Semmelman on the bottom. Boyd in the middle. Schaff was up top. Boyd will clear. Semmelman gave a little bit of space right there. Let's go see Kobe Stidham. Stidham now 13th down on the inside. The blue and white number 36 car. There's Galen Gidman. Gave up the lead to go to pit road and came out about 18th. He is currently 15th. And he is riding around door to door with his teammate Ross Cato. Oh, we're going to have a caution. Can't be avoided. We were watching when that happened. Well, let's go drone cam this one. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, big wiggle from the 18, and 36 tried to miss him. So did the 12. But he got a little loose coming out of 4. Lost a lot of momentum. I didn't see a ton of damage on either one, the 36 or the 12. I know the 12 tagged the 118 pretty good there. Yeah, right front's caved in on that 12 car. Definitely will make it handle just a little bit different. I don't think he's watching on his phone. I think he's watching on his TV. But King Whiskers, big shout out, buddy. Thanks for dropping by tonight and having a chat before the race. It's good to finally see you. Been so long. All right, Austin D'Amore is up front once again. He took the lead earlier on the initial start after a couple of laps and led until just a few laps before we had the caution. There goes Scotty T around. And led a bunch of laps there before we had the caution. And now he'll go back up to the front. So D'Amore, Yost, Larch, Gaines, Brandon Steele, Werdeman, Graves, Szerzinski, Ostendorf, and Garrett Boyd are the top 10 currently. Schaff, Stidham, Gidman up to 13th. Schmutz, Forstner, Steele, Moody, Cooper, Thomason, and Gagliano. All still on the lead lap. Ross Cato will still be on the lead lap when he comes back out. Let's see if they got that right front corner pulled out. Looks pretty good. Looks like they got that pretty well fixed. Thomas Branner still has tons of bent parts, but the car looks like it's going to be at least drivable. They got that right front fender pulled back over the right front tire, so it's not exposed. So 22 drivers still on the lead lap. John Fall is about 4 laps down. He'll run 23rd right now. We're a couple of laps from being 40 laps into this thing. Little bit of information about pretty much this field. There are several drivers that have done nothing but race the asphalt oval stuff. There are some drivers in here that race the asphalt oval and some of the road course stuff. And then there are some guys that run mostly dirt, but stick their toe into the asphalt world here and there. So we have a diverse field of drivers. Drivers who have spent very little time in this format. But we have had nothing but great racing. This is our second caution tonight. But this track is tricky enough. And we kind of expected there might be, 3, 4, maybe even 5 cautions. And we've only had 1 per week over the first 2, which were, 1.5 mile and 2-mile speedways. So as you start to shrink the confines, some things are going to show up. Some things are going to be accentuated. So, but it looks like we're about to go green flag racing once again. We're going to restart here on lap number 40. D'Amore and Yost, and this time D'Amore got a lot better start than he did on the previous restart. He's going to grab the point. Yost is right there side by side. Richie Gaines and Michael Larch. Larch with a win already on the season. Won the opener at Auto Club. And looking to rebound from a terrible week last week, as I said a little while ago. Side by side caution. Well, let's go back. Let's take a look. I think the 67 gets a piece of this. I don't think he wasn't in it. And that looks like the 32 and the 20 had a disagreement over space. The 94 was right there, and then the 67 got a piece of it. So, cautions beget cautions sometimes. These drivers just a little bit rambunctious on a restart there. We'll see if we can settle that out. We had a great initial start. When we come back on February 16th, Fitz Auto Truck Series is going to be at Chicagoland. Should be a great race. They ran there last season, and it was a very good race. And then these drivers right here, the Timber Creek Homes Stock Car Series, they will be at North Wilkesboro, a tricky little 4/10 of a mile flat racetrack. Should prove challenging for these guys, but they'll have 2 weeks to get ready for it. So we will see driver on pit road, Thomas Brandner, Keith Steele, Alex Scherzinski. Also, Josh Whiteman is on pit road. Is that right? Is that what I saw? Yep, Josh Whiteman parked on pit road. Looks like Josh Whiteman, about 16 laps ago, had issues and had kind of called it a night. Here, there's John Fall. Fall should have gotten the lucky dog, I would have thought. So let's check and see. Garrett Boyd is now 7th. Casey Graves is 8th. Those two were at the back at the drop of the green flag. Nick Cooper is still 17th. But Cooper usually doesn't really start making a run up until the last half of the race. So we'll keep an eye on the 35 and see where he comes from in the next, starting in about the next 18 laps, 15, 18 laps. They can all make it on one more stop. That stop should come in the next 20 to 30 laps. Doubled up and ready to go, and this time DeMore chooses the outside again. Into the start zone.